I, Catherine Branson, Deputy Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purpose of presenting degrees. Distinguished guests, parents, relatives, friends, and especially graduates, welcome to the University of Adelaide's graduation ceremony. We acknowledge the Kaurna people, past and present, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains, and thus of the lands upon which the University of Adelaide's campuses are built. We acknowledge their elders, past, present, and emerging. Graduates, your graduation is an event in which you and your family and friends can take great pride. It's also a source of pride and satisfaction for us here at the University of Adelaide. Graduation Day is an opportunity to reflect both on what brought you to this university and on what your future may hold. A number of you I know are graduating in law. I myself received my law degree in this place now very many years ago. It opened up for me opportunities I earlier could not even have dreamt of. I hope for many of you it will do the same. Whatever direction your life may take, the skills that you've acquired and developed here should stand you in good stead, not only in your working and professional life, but in your life generally. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce to you today's graduation orator, Mr. Matt Cowdrey. Mr. Cowdrey is a Paralympian, a business professional, and the recently elected member for Colton in the South Australian Parliament. From an early age, Mr. Cowdrey learned that hard work, focus, and perseverance pays off. Mr. Cowdrey was born with a congenital amputation of his left arm, but through grit and self-belief, he has found ways to succeed. Discipline, focus, and the work ethic led Mr. Cowdrey to Paralympic success, representing Australia in swimming, becoming this country's most successful Paralympian, winning 13 gold medals and 23 medals in total. Mr. Cowdrey now displays these qualities in his work, representing a range of charity and local community organisations and advocating in the South Australian Parliament for the needs of people with disability, the residents of Colton, and on behalf of the state community more generally. Mr. Cowdrey graduated from the University of Adelaide with a double degree in law and media in 2015. We're privileged to hear him speak today. Please welcome Mr. Cowdrey.
Thank you very much. And to prove that I am slightly different to most politicians, I can assure you today will be very short. Can I begin by acknowledging the Deputy Chancellor, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, academic, distinguished guests, members of staff, and most importantly, graduates. While today is an opportunity to celebrate, to recognise your collective and individual achievements, and to thank those who have helped you along the way, perhaps your parents, your peers, or mentors. It's also a time to look forward, to firm in your own mind how you will make a positive impact on the world. During my time at the University of Adelaide, I had the opportunity and privilege of completing an exchange to the US, where I worked as a fellow for a moderate senior Republican in the US Congress. My old boss and now recent retiree, Representative Ileana Ross-Leitonen, had a profound impact on my individual journey post-university. The Miami-based Congresswoman of Cuban descent and the first Latino woman elected to Congress is, in my opinion, someone who shares openly and generously the lessons accrued from nearly 30 years in Congress. Ileana recently wrote a piece for the Miami Herald, outlining how she, in her words, survived, but was also very successful for such a long time. I personally see the world in a very similar way and believe that these few home truths from Ileana will stand you on a good platform for success in life or in any endeavour. So I will share them with you today. Firstly, become a good listener. Listening to others, and I quote, is in our own self-interest. Ironically, we often fail to recognise this self-interest and completely ignore it. Listening is in itself very hard to do, so we are often talking to ourselves in conversation with others and agreeing with others in self-validation. We should, as often as we can, step out of the echo chamber and endeavour to surround ourselves with people who think differently. Secondly, retain an open and inquiring mind. I quote, "Everyone has a unique perspective based on individual experiences. In fact, no one shares the experiences of others, but we can always learn from the knowledge of others. Comprehending other people's frame of mind is absolutely essential to understand and to influence others. Finally, never forget the plight of continual improvement. This one I'll add my own words around, as sport is one of the easiest way to frame this concept. In swimming, world record times have continued to get quicker, to improve, despite what the skeptics had said. Even the most accomplished athletes must continually look for the hundredths of seconds of improvement, because standing still is going backwards and could mean the difference between gold and silver. I encourage you all to never miss an opportunity to challenge yourself, to step outside your comfort zone, or to find ways to upskill. I can also assure you it's something that every employer is looking for. Success and achievement in politics, sport, life, or in fact university is not possible without a team sitting behind you. While today is predominantly about your success, don't forget how much your support team has sacrificed and how important this day is, in some instances even momentous for them. Using the word thank you liberally will never offend anyone. As a member of the state government, it would be remiss of me to not take this opportunity to remind everyone that we are doing everything we can to create opportunities for you, our best and brightest, to remain here and have challenging and fulfilling career opportunities right here in South Australia. However, I must also challenge you to create your own opportunities, to start your own businesses, and to positively impact the world from right here in South Australia. I'd like to add my congratulations to that of your families and loved ones and of the university. In your hands, you will soon have a parchment. In your head, you hold the body of knowledge and values assembled over time here. In your mind and in your heart lie your ambition and your future. Follow them and you will be just fine. Good luck.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending today's ceremony, I would like to thank Mr. Matt Cowdrey for his stimulating and inspiring address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to share this special day with us and to share your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us a special responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in any way that we can. Please join me once again in thanking Mr. Cowdrey.
I will now receive the candidates for degrees. I call on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President Academic.
Deputy Chancellor, I, Professor Pascal Quester, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President Academic of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you have all fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Catherine Branson, Deputy Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide, for which they are so presented. I call on the Interim Director of the Entrepreneurship, Commercialisation and Innovation Centre, Professor Carolyn Pleuer, to present the graduates.
Deputy Chancellor, I, Interim Director of the Entrepreneurship, Commercialisation and Innovation Centre, Professor Carolyn Pleuer, present to you graduates from the Entrepreneurship, Commercialisation and Innovation Centre. To the degree of Bachelor of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Christina Katzis. Amina Khan. Mohammed Afifi bin Mohammed Bakri. Giovanna Pantelic. Stephen Anthony Pierce. Charlotte Miranda Stanbury. And Matthew Patrick Arthur van der Zommen. To the Graduate Certificate in Applied Project Management, Devina Lata. To the degree of Master of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Jessica Devi Rianto. To the degree of Master of Applied Project Management, Project Systems, Yuan Han Chu. Rin Ye Jiang. Hong Ma. Pankaj Mathur. Nairon Shur. Zhao Yu Qin. Yang Shu. Yuanwei Zhang. Yinghua Zhu. And Hernan Alfonso Zeniga Henriquez. To the degree of Master of Applied Project Management, Lauren Adelaide Brown. Ricky Muchemwa Bwalia. Matthew Christie. Yi Fan He. Georgie Carides. Scott Alexander Lavis. Don Alfredo Lee. Wei Shun He Wen. Yang Chuan Zhu. Ying Zhu. And Chen Lu So. To the degree of Master of Applied Innovation on Entrepreneurship, Simone Jean Lucienne Ambassa. Also receiving the Graduate Certificate in Applied Project Management, Samuel Kweku Opon Gazi. Matthew Gooden. Xinyang Han. And Teriro Ndoro. Deputy Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Entrepreneurship, Commercialisation and Innovation Centre.
Deputy Chancellor, I, Dean of the Adelaide Law School, Professor Melissa de Zwart, present to you graduates from the Adelaide Law School. To the Professional Certificate in Arbitration, Christopher Ian Nicholson. And Catherine Charlotte Williams. To the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Charles Arcadi Lempriere Abbott. Emmeline Takung Baru. Georgina Elise Bolzen. Campbell Morgan Williams Bruce. Bo Brugg. Karen Naomi Burgermeister. Robert George Butler. Giovanna Graciela Cancino Caceres. Hayrim Choi. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce International Business, Clara Lee Peck Yi. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Burra Clark. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Marianne Astrid Close. Michael Paul Cooper. Claudia Anastasia De Angelis. Grace Elizabeth Denny. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Madeline Elizabeth Durrant. Amia L. Hamra. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Reem Sasha Ernst. Mark Evan Evans. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Saxon Bryn Fairclough. Jesse Christopher Ferdinands. Lucy Ann Ferguson. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Georgia Feronis. Veronica Gadzanova. Amos William Gill. Cassandra Olga Girolamo. Jay Sardar Gosai. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts and the Diploma in Languages, Claire Petria Gray Starchevich. Maximilian James Griguol. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Elise Grutner. Jian Chen Han. Elizabeth Hawker. Jacqueline Page Heinrich. Terence Yi Hin Hu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Diploma in Languages, Gabriella Hunt. Dawood Hosseini. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Marketing, Lucinda Rose Irvine Baldock. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Jovanka Ivanik. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Corporate Finance, Jasmine Johnson. Jahan Moffat Kanishka. Jessica Harriet Kinlock. Alicia Labrasciano. Angeline Yan Ying Lai. Danny Lai. Harry Malcolm Lane. Wen Sing Lau. Emma Catherine Lawton. Lee Ren Ni. Kirsin Michelle Leong. James Ma. Stephanie Jo Martin. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Chiara Juliana McCabe. Leighton McDonald Stewart. Liam Joseph McInerney. Lachlan John McLeod. Lauren Grace McLeod. Natalie Denise McMenamin. Philip Mark Mignoni. Claire Elaine Mingorance. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Denham James Moore. Amelia Eleanor Moretti. Lucy Nguyen. Trami E. Nguyen. Natasha Sigrid Nolte. Sean Stephen Nottle. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Claire Elizabeth O'Brien. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts and the Diploma in Languages, Natalie Pearl Omond. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Caitlin Elmer Palmer. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, Siddharth Nanku Prasad. Emily Pumper. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Beatrice Cornelia Pine. Emily Claire Razira. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies and the Diploma in Languages, Hannah Amanda Sandrini. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Millicent Hannah Saar. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Sophie Tusuk. Rachel Z. Singh Xiao. Brianna Elise Stackelroth. Katerina Stakopoulos. Ryan John Starkey. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Jessica Lee Supple. Pauline Eliza Tan. Natasha Alexa Temnov. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Yu Ji Then. Iona Lydia Osachi. Jake Alexander Walsh. Sharon Valerie Whiteoak. Phoebe Kiri Willigan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Gabrielle Louise Windley. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Social Sciences, Brandon Mark Winter. Reese Stephen Woodbridge. Sarah Jean Wormold. Myrna Zaini. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Chen Yang Zhang. And also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Marketing, Jacinta Jinrong Zheng. To the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Frank Rindert Algra Marcio. Also receiving the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Languages, Reed Kingsley Allison. Navar Alexander Amici. Adriana Alcar. Nicholas John Bannister. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce International Business, Famiko Bourne. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Antoinette K. Beaumont. Grace Lindsay Black. Thomas Edward Blockland. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Juliana Teresa Bolella. Jade Keeley Bouchier. Joshua Mark Bowie. George Spiru Buras. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Nicholas Wilton Cooper Braund. Simon Thomas Brown. Alexandra Brooking Carter. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Economics, William Robert Chernev. Amelia Aquino Cerrone. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Courtney Chow. Sophia Crispoulis. Lachlan Jin Chong. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Liam Mark David Cobain. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce International Business, Sean Podrick Corneli. Georgia Ann Contala. Philip Robert Craig. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Angus James Crawford. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Edward James Dadds. Jasmine Sage Daniel. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Jonathan Benjamin Dawson. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Connor John Deegan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science, Lucy Louise Tozer Dillon. Ingmar Paul Dahl Duldig. Stephen Mark Ellis. Brittany Michelle Farinola. George Anthony Famia. Georgina Kate Flaherty. Lillian Fong. Madison Ashley Foreman. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Nicholas James Francesca. Ashley Kate Freeston. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Suleiman Gamar. Victor Leon Gabarski. Andrew James Gibbons. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Danielle Jade Gilby. Alexander John Green. Julia Namira Grigonis Gore. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Simon David Guthrie. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Christina Lee Handley. Luke John Hargreaves. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Georgia Victoria Hill-Smith. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science, Shalini Jacqueline Hillier. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Jo In Ho. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Riley John Ingham. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Rachel Ann Ingleton. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Corporate Finance, Charles Timothy Jordan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Sarah Katayun Kapadia. Michael Peter Karanastasis. Jane Lindsay Kennett. Jesse Luke Kilburn. Matthew Edward Kingsley. Nishant Krishnan. Benjamin William Kropf. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Keith Kwan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Alice Victoria Leary. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Samuel Jonathan Aidan Leeson. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Joel Willis Lisk. Henry Liu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, Hugo William Douglas McMillan. Marcella Esther Ingrid Makarowski. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Peter Daniel McKestis. Claire Louise Martin. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Samuel Jack Matthews. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Michaela Grace Ann McCarran. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Policy and Management, Alexandra McGee. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science, Georgia Page McHugh. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Gaida Marie. Nicholas Alexander Mikalakis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Sarah Ruth Minns. Carla Mitrosidis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Grace Ilan Morgan Cox. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Paige Alexandra Mortimer. Benjamin Solomon Murray. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Marketing, Annabelle Jane Nettle. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Eliza Rose Anau Stock Obery. Emily Constance Ollie. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Jen Ying Ui. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Marketing, Vanessa Joy Palumbo. Paula Lauren Papastamatis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Angus Parkinson. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Eleni May Penfold. Azara Anna Perikath. Rachel Sophia Perla. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science, Carly Marie Phillips. Soraya Pradhan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Matea Pritz. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Erin Elizabeth Puckridge. Vaishavni Rajaramaran. Elise Caitlin Ramsey. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Ansar Raymond Rana. James Parker Riley. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Philip Simon Rocconi. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, David Paul Ryan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, Lisa Georgia Saleksvadsky. Rebecca Amy Slimming. Maximilian Joseph Soulsby. Matthew Eric Stenner. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Stephanie Leong Jiayun. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting and the Diploma in Languages, William Joseph Stone. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Renee Siobhan Taylor. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Liam Thatcher. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Emma Travers. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Angus Peter Mason Van Balen. Miles Thomas Vieritis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Lily Waterhouse. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Sarah Nicole Wedding. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Economics Advanced, Georgia Erin Wiley. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Economics Advanced, James Allen Williams. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Alexander Say Chun Yung Wong. And also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Alice Eleanor Zwar. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Laws, Alexander John Felsinella. Gerald Philip Manning. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Economics and the Diploma in Languages, Kyriako Carey Nikias. Zoe Ann Underwood. And Lachlan Thomas Waldron. To the Graduate Diploma in Legal Practice, also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, the Bachelor of Commerce, International Business, and the Diploma in Languages, Nicholas Alexander Beckiaris. Also receiving the degrees of Bachelor of Laws with Honours and Bachelor of International Studies, James Anthony D'Alessandro. Alice Rose Aida Haskett. Also receiving the degrees of Bachelor of Laws with Honours and Bachelor of Finance, Aileen Louis. Jessica Frances Mackey. Hamish Edward McLaughlin. And Mahiri Pramathiya Sumansikara. To the degree of Master of Laws, Heidi Salvamini. And Minyi Shi. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Corporate Manslaughter and the Attempt to Reduce Work-Related Deaths, a comparative study of the United Kingdom, Australia and Malaysia's legislative framework, Dr. Aida Abdul Razak. For a thesis entitled Codifying Contract Law in Australia, Issues and Obstacles, Dr. John Anthony Eldridge. For a thesis entitled Legal Professional Privilege, the Influence of Jeremy Bentham and John Henry Wigmore on the Judicial Pronouncement of Lord Taylor of Gosforth in the Queen and Derby Magistrates Court, Dr. Olivia Cheryl Grosser-Lubanovic. And for a thesis entitled The Administration of Justice in the APY Lands, a frontline in tensions between traditional Aboriginal culture and the criminal law, Dr. Peter Gilbert Wellham. Deputy Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Adelaide Law School and for this ceremony.
Deputy Chancellor, every year the university presents university medals to acknowledge the most outstanding graduate in each faculty who have completed a University of Adelaide bachelor degree with honours or bachelor degrees of at least 4 years duration. The university medals are awarded to them for their consistent outstanding performance across the whole of their undergraduate studies. I, Professor Pascal Quester, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President Academic of the University of Adelaide, present to you a recipient of the 2018 University Medal for the Adelaide Law School, Jake Thomas Kritikos. Deputy Chancellor, University Doctoral Research Medals are awarded to graduates who have completed outstanding research at doctoral level. This award is a premier award for doctoral candidates at the university. I, Professor Pascal Quester, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President Academic of the University of Adelaide, present to you a recipient of the 2018 University Doctoral Research Medal for research in the field of law, Sarah Moulds.
I'm very pleased now to present to you Mrs. Zara Anna Perikath, who was presented this afternoon with the Bachelor of Laws with honours. Ms. Perikath will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of graduates who were presented with their awards today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished guests, the Honourable Catherine Branson, Professor Pascal Quester, Mr. Matt Cowdrey, members of faculty, friends, family, and of course, my fellow graduates. It is an honour to be giving the valedictory address today and to reflect on the past 5 years before we officially go out into the world as law graduates. As with all such crossroads moments in life, this is an occasion to take stock of the past and to assess the bright but inscrutable future that awaits us. Someone once said, when there's an ache, you want to be like aspirin, not vitamins. Aspirin solves a very particular problem someone has, whereas vitamins are a general nice-to-have market. In fact, those are the words of Reed Hastings, co-founder and CEO of Netflix, but also known as the man responsible for all of our SWOT-VAC procrastination. Whilst he conceives of Netflix as aspirin, I think a law degree has equipped us to do both. We leave here with the ability to find specific solutions to a client's problems, but also with a broad set of skills that are nice to have. I, for one, began my time here with very little understanding of the law, and I encountered some unusual things when I walked across the Liggett courtyard for the first time. I'm not talking about the questionable architectural features of the building we have grown to know and love over the past few years. No, what really struck me was that I had never before seen such an extensive collection of Ralph Lauren, R.M. Williams, and double shot coffees in one place. Our time at this law school, whilst enjoyable, was also undoubtedly stressful. One annual event in particular raised blood pressure well above what could be considered healthy. The mad scramble of logging on to Access Adelaide at the scheduled time to secure the seminar times that you meticulously pre-planned along with your two other friends. This was crucial to success in any small group discovery experience. I'm sure everyone has their Gators and Sams who were instrumental in getting them through final year. It was easy for our world to narrow while at university, to obsess about exams and grades and to fret about clerkships and getting jobs at the end. To the outside observer, we probably appeared to be acting as though the world revolved around us. But that might have been clairvoyance rather than millennial ignorance. In an age where Adelaide is soon to be home to a new national space agency, the world will, quite literally, revolve around us now. Dale's jubilance is perceptible even from here. But my hope for us is that we remember that the legal profession is not just about us at all. As we enter the working world, we will be importing with us obligations to the profession and to our clients and to society at large. This is a time of considerable change in the profession and an exciting stage to be entering the arena as graduates. We are continually taking great strides towards social change, including Aboriginal recognition, same-sex marriage, and gender equality. We currently have the first ever female Chief Justice on the High Court of Australia. And as our superiors often like to remind us, we are on the precipice of technological change where legal bots could soon be doing our jobs for us. But now, with our degrees in hand, we can view these changes as challenges and rise to meet them. Of course, not everyone receiving a degree today will wish to have a career as a lawyer. Some will find themselves drawn to commerce. Others will devote themselves to education, or science, or social justice, or to the public institutions of government. The possibilities are endless. But as Carouse reminded us weekly last semester, the law isn't just about the law, it's an intellectual discipline that can lend itself to any one of those endeavours. And this truly is an incredible group of people to be graduating with. Between us, we have achieved so much. Travelled to remote parts of Australia to participate in internships and study tours, prepared submissions for countless moots, spent hours poring over texts in the law library, danced nights away at law balls, and walked miles for justice. Some of us have had the opportunity to study abroad on exchange, been involved in legal advice clinics or pro bono work, mentored younger law students, participated in law school sports, secured backup careers through appearances in law review. You name it, and as a cohort, we've probably done it. Law school has taught us that hard work and good luck are not mutually exclusive. The two intersect when we make the most of every opportunity. And that, for me, epitomises what it is that we will all be taking away from having attended this law school. Access to invaluable opportunities, unforgettable memories, and to lifelong friends and colleagues. Of course, these accomplishments are not ours alone. Behind each and every one of us is a story of family and friends, of parents who offered endless support and made countless sacrifices, of siblings and friends who stood by us and inspired us. To everyone that has been involved in our journey, We owe you a never-ending debt of gratitude, because these past 5 years were hard, and if there is one thing I know about law students, it's that we made sure you all knew just how hard. To the entire law faculty, you introduced us to the dreaded concept of a trust, to jurisdictional error, and to whatever it is HLA Hart was arguing about. We must not forget the soothing tones of Peter Burden property law, or Matthew Stubbs's beard advancing in tandem with our progression through the degree, or Marg Castle's reminders that ADR is always an available option for the parties. Neither will we easily shake the memories of seeking solace in Beth Nosworthy's office before the corporate law exam, but leaving with a slight complex after catching sight of the multiple degrees and achievements adorning her office walls. And of course, all the other faculty members and lecturers who I can't name individually because I'm operating under strict timed conditions here. Throughout the last few years, we've been challenged and inspired by all of you, and for that, we are extremely grateful. On behalf of everyone graduating today, thank you. To our friends and family, you bore the brunt of our anxiety, sleep deprivation, and complete lack of perspective. You offered unwavering support when we felt like giving up, or worse, when we attempted to help you understand the unparalleled joy we derived from a set of fully tabbed, colour-coded, and spiral-bound exam notes. I owe a particular personal thanks to my entire family, and especially to my mum, Preeti, who balanced the task of being a mother with unbounded love, incredible strength, wisdom, and most notably, patience. This degree is as much hers as it is mine. Right from the time I was very young, she always told me that I had an uncanny ability to argue, especially when I was wrong. Mum, hopefully a career as an advocate puts that skill to good use. 5 years ago, we stepped into this law school with wide eyes and big dreams. Today, we finally exit. Maybe our eyes aren't as wide, but our eye bags sure are. I would like to end once again with gratitude. Thank you to everyone who believed in us, encouraged us, gave us our first starts, or in some cases, simply tolerated us. To my fellow graduates, we did it. I'm genuinely proud to know all of you. Thank you for the rants, the sanity checks, and for your friendship, and good luck for what comes next. Congratulations, class of 2019. Thank you.
It now gives me great pleasure to congratulate as a group all of the new graduates here today. Be proud of what you've worked to achieve and remember those who supported you on the way. I wish you every success as you enter this new and exciting stage of your lives. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are also its alumni and its ambassadors. Over the years since the university was established, its alumni have made an enormous contribution to the community both here and all around the globe. And today you join this community of over 150,000 alumni located in more than 80 countries around the world. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Mace Bearer, Dr. Sarah Moulds, and our valedictorian, Ms. Parakash, and all who assisted in the organisation and running of today's ceremony. I ask all of the graduates to remain seated, and I invite everyone else here to stand and once again to join with me in congratulating the graduates on their achievements. Would the audience please remain standing, and the graduates now stand, for the academic recession. I declare this congregation adjourned.